listening to the Not So Christian in Me show, starring Southern Girl.
Hello. Welcome to the Not So Christian in Me show. I'm your host and CEO, Southern Girl Denise, and today we have another rocking show. As you can see, I'm always on the go. I'm in my car, but hey, that don't stop the show because we still got people to interview, people to serve. So guess what? We are coming to you live in my car. That's right, in my car. Without further ado, please help me welcome today's beautiful guest. She has a outstanding resume. She is a gospel singer. She's a songwriter. She's a worship leader, and she's about to get into some films too. I'm gonna let her tell you all about that, about her guest appearance in the top movie that she was in recently. Without further ado, please help me welcome Miss Chappella to the Not So Christian in Me show. Hey,
hi. Golly, welcome. Oh my God, thank you.
Thank
I'm
you so
excited.
Welcome to the Not So Christian B show. I know you way on the East Coast, but we still welcome you with open arms.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it. Believe me. I thank you so much for having me. I'm so hyped.
Oh, well, that's good. That's what my show is all about, giving you that hypeness.
Yes, amen to that.
Get you going. So for those who don't know you, Miss Chappella, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like they said, my name is Chappella Rabess. I am originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
I'm born and raised. I
Brooklyn?
started out. Yep, I know, right. I went to the High School of Music and Art. That's where I studied my music. I studied for 4 years. I graduated from the High School of Music and Art in 1981. Yeah, and that's why I studied musical theory and I studied musical vocal techniques. So it's pretty much a lot more opera at the time when I went to school there. Yeah. After I graduated from high school, I started singing with several bands and here and there in the area and in the neighborhood. And then after that, I had decided to take a toll and take a change in life. And I took a chance and I took a leap of faith and I moved to Springfield, Massachusetts back in back in 1998. And that is where I gave my life to Christ. And I became a born again Christian there.
Wow. What made the change in 1998?
This is the real lifestyle. I was in a lifestyle that was not conducive to what God wanted me to be. I had to change. I had to either change my atmosphere or I had to change my friends. And I decided to change my atmosphere. I also had my daughter. At the time, we were living in Brooklyn. We wasn't living in the best of neighborhood. And I needed to get us out. Put it that way. I needed to get us out. And I had to make that life change. And I made the decision to go ahead and do it. I was scared to because I've been in New York all my life. I didn't move to Massachusetts until I was 34 years old. So I was afraid to make that change. But you know what? Once I finally took that leap of faith, because I was tired of my lifestyle, I said, you know what? I'm out of here. And I left. And I came to Massachusetts.
Okay, so how have your life changed since then, since 1998 when you first took that leap of faith?
Well, Lord, like I said, that's when I gave my life to Christ. Of course, it was not the most easiest walk to go into, from a girl from Brooklyn, New York, who was hanging out and doing her thing, coming into this lifestyle of Christianity, which really I didn't really know about. But, I was willing to take a change because I wanted to change. And I was definitely a 360. You don't have the same Chappella you had back in 1998. You don't have that same Chappella 20 years ago, because once you allow Christ in your life and you begin to learn and walk in him, then things got better and different. Not to say that I was perfect, and still not to say that I was perfect, but I walked and I tried and I learned. And because of that, I am the woman I am today. And I give that all to Christ and to my church family and to my pastor. I always, when I told her one time, y'all made me grow up. You made me become a woman. I was a woman, but I had to become a woman.
That's a big difference.
That's what I did. It's to become a woman. And that's what I did when I finally got into the church. I gave my life to Christ and finally started to really walk in it. Because until I really walked in it, that's when I became somebody. And I started really to see the changes and wanted to change my life.
So when did you decide to make music a career?
Music has always been a part of my life ever since I
Mm-hmm.
was a little girl. My dad, he used to listen to music all the time. My mom
Mm-hmm.
used to sing when she was younger. She was on the radio as a singer. She used to sing with the church and stuff like that. So it's always been a part of my life. I've always sang in choirs and all that stuff since I was
Mm-hmm.
a girl. But I didn't start writing until I got into, until I gave my life to Christ. And it was told to me that I was going to write. I was given a prophecy, and I was like, "Ha!" Me writing,
Yeah.
you know. But eventually, that's what had happened until that one day it actually happened in one of my worship experiences with God by myself, and the lyrics just started coming, and I just started worshiping. And I was like, "Oh, that's a song."
Okay.
you know,
Wow.
that's a song, and that's where I started from there. And whenever I get into my personal time with God and I'm worshiping or praising or whatever I'm going through,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the songs start coming. Lyrics. It's nothing crazy or serious. It's just, I'm worshiping and I'm praising God. This is what I want to do. And the lyrics and the music comes to my ears, and that's how
All
it
right.
started.
What was the
Yeah.
first song that you created?
It was called Sanctuary. And
Okay.
it was called Sanctuary. It was one of those moments when I was just, worshiping, praying, and telling God how good He was. And I was just saying, you're my hiding place, God. You're my sanctuary. This is where I can stay behind you. You're my place of safety.
Mm-hmm.
And the lyrics start coming. You are my sanctuary. You are the living word. You are my solid rock. You are the Lord of
Right.
all. I was like, "Ooh, okay." And I said, I just
And that's
wrote
how
those
that.
down again. The tunes just started coming in, and I just started singing the song. And I wrote that over 20 years ago,
Wow.
but I didn't
Wow. Do you,
record it until last year.
oh, so you recently just recorded it. Okay.
I just
Oh,
started
cool.
recording. I just started recording. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm one of
Wow.
those have the songs, wrote plenty as many songs and didn't record it because thinking I didn't have the talent, did not thinking that I was good enough. People sounded much
Yeah.
more better than I did, and just not having that confidence in myself. But one day I said I watched that movie. I watched a movie called Soul,
Mm.
and it was just like all these people who had died, and they had died without fulfilling their purpose. And I sat
Wow.
there and I watched the movie and I cried and I said, I don't want that to
Mhm.
happen to me. And I decided to go forth. And once I did it, it's like you couldn't stop me. Couldn't stop
Oh
me.
wow.
Can't stop me.
I'm about to, I know, huh? Won't stop, can't stop.
No, no, not at
I'm
all.
gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that movie called Soul.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's about a saxophone player. He's getting his big chance. It's a great movie, but it makes sense. You can apply the
Okay.
whole thing to life. It's a really good movie.
Oh, that's really good. That's
Mm.
good. So, tell me about your second single, "Sacrifice."
Sacrifice of praise.
Hmm.
I wrote this song because I wanted a song. I wrote it for my church. That's what I wrote it for.
Okay.
Um, I wrote it because I wanted a song that we can do as a congregation, something that we can all do together.
Hmm.
And I always say there's something about when the congregation gets together and when we begin to worship God and we worship Him all under in one accord, a movement
Yeah,
happens when you do
that's
that.
so true.
And I just wanted to write a song that just did that. And then I was saying, you know what? Anybody can use this in a church. Lord,
Hmm.
receive the sacrifice of praise. It's personal, but yet when we all get together, lifting our hands and worshiping God, it's a wonderful experience. So that's what that song was about. It's your personal praise, it's your personal worship with
Hmm.
God. But other than that, it's also a praise and worship corporately with the church. That's what I like.
I love that. I definitely love that. So you pretty much pushing both singles right now. Currently,
Yes,
your
right.
first
Currently
single,
singles.
"Sanctuary."
Right, right. Those are the two singles I do have out
Mhm.
right now. I will be
Mhm.
working on my
Okay.
third single. Eventually, I will work on the EP, but I am going to be working on my third single
Mhm.
probably sometime during the summer. I'll work on that third one, and that's going to be another one. I'm going to use something part of like a hymnal, an old hymnal. I want to do it. I want to
Oh
combine it with one
yeah.
of my songs together. Yeah, it's going to be like another worship song, but I got my ideas going on in my head how I want to produce and everything. So
Oh
I'm
yeah, I know
I'm
your
excited
head
about
been
that.
spinning with ideas
Hmm.
lately.
Yeah,
I already know how that
exactly.
goes. So when you get that one idea, it's like a
Mhm,
domino effect. You just keep going.
mhm.
You just keep going. Once
Absolutely.
those wheels start turning, you start writing.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm looking
So,
forward to that.
so
That should come soon.
okay. So, what's your ultimate goal with these two singles? What do you want your audience to get from these songs?
My ultimate goal is really just for it to go global and anybody and everybody can just use the songs. Just use them. Just sing them in your churches, that
Mm-hmm.
I hope that it speaks to you some kind of way. It's not a whole bunch of wordy words, but it's just when you just think about the words, what God is doing for you, how he has been to you. That's all I just
Mm-hmm.
want people to go ahead and worship. That's all it's about, that it'll speak to
Yeah.
somebody. Even somebody who's not going through a good day. Let me play this song today and let me encourage some, let it encourage me. I've had people say that to me. I played your song today and they encouraged me. Or I had somebody say, girl, I was singing your song the other day. And
Mhm.
that, and that blesses my heart because they're
Yeah.
singing a song or they're using a song and just listening to it to whatever they're going through. Or just, if you want something upbeat, go ahead and play Sanctuary, to get you going. Sacrifice of praise.
Yeah.
I've heard people say they use that as they worship before they go into their morning before they do their devotionals. That's what they'll play that. So
Yeah.
whatever the use for the song is, what you need it for you for that day or whatever time, just gotta use it. That's what I want people to do, just to use the song for whatever. Ain't trying to do nothing big, grandeur, nothing like that. If it happens, God willing, so be it. But other than that, just to reach people. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing. Just doing ministry and just reaching people. That's all I want to do.
Absolutely. I love that. I
Mm.
definitely love that. And you keep doing that. Keep reaching as many people as possible because
Yeah.
I know your ultimate goal, like you said, is really just to inspire and uplift people with a
Yeah.
song of praise. And that's what we all
Hmm.
need. The world that we
Yeah.
living in is always something going on. So we need that healing to get us
Yeah.
through the next stages in our life to
Yeah.
pretty much live up to our purpose that God has for us, which is very,
Absolutely.
very powerful.
It
So,
is. It
are
is.
you mhm. So are you going to any events, any upcoming events that you have in the pipeline that you would like to discuss?
No, definitely. So I recently got connected to the Donald Walton Gospel Network. And we are doing a
Okay.
lot of wonderful things. Absolutely. Donald Walton is she's doing her thing.
Mhm.
So right now she's got like a bus tour going on. She's got some of us going
Right.
doing virtual concerts so we can get some money going to Sweden, somebody going to Africa,
Yeah.
So I want to hopefully that'll be a part of all that information. I also sing with another group called the Elder Terrence Haynes and the Voices of Praise. We were recently in the Whitney Houston movie. If you see the choir scene when it first comes out, that's
Uh,
our choir singing and stuff there. You catch a glimpse of
oh
me real quick,
wow.
you'll see me over there side with the same hair.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I did that. That's my movie D, but we're doing that. And
Yeah.
like I
There you
said,
go.
yeah, with the Donald Walton Gospel Network, and just trying to do my thing with them, and hopefully that we do get to go to Sweden, and we'll do go get to Africa, and like I said,
Mhm.
she's doing a bus tour in the South area, so there's a lot of stuff like that going on, and also just doing my own personal things, reaching out to different radio stations just to play the song, so they can hear it, so it can be reached all
Yeah.
over. I don't care where you are, if you want to hear it, I'm sending it to you, you know, just so it can reach people and people can hear it. So that's what's going on right now.
Mhm. Oh
But
well, that's
DMW,
good. That's good. Yes, we I'm part of the network as well, and so we're definitely happy to have you on board with our
oh yeah,
journey. Because if it wasn't for you,
mhm.
none of this can be possible. So we definitely appreciate you being a part of this awesome movement that we have going on. I want
Oh
you to tell us a little
definitely.
bit about that experience that you had working on the movie. I wanna dance with somebody, the Whitney Houston movie.
Ah,
Tell us about that experience.
yeah, that was awesome. So like I said, I sing with the community choir, and the name of the group is Elder Terrence Haynes and the Voices of Praise, and we're a gospel choir that sings in the Springfield, Massachusetts area. Anyway, an email had
Okay.
went out to him saying that they were looking for a choir to sing
Hmm.
for the movie, and somebody sent it to him. He was like, okay, sure,
Okay.
why not? So he came to us and says, hey, we got to do an audition. And everybody was like, okay, fine. We sent an audition tape, sent them to our YouTube page, and they just loved it. And he was like, hey, you guys are
Okay.
hired. That was it. They loved it. They hired us. We had to do the whole,
Wow.
we had to do the whole, we had to do the whole, we had to do the testing and everything like that. We had to do the whole wardrobe. We had to do the whole thing, going to the studio, being there all day, doing
Okay.
doing the filming and things like that. That was hours and hours, but it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Great experience. The young woman who played
I
Whitney Houston,
bet.
she was just awesome. Everything was just, it was just a great experience. A very great experience. It was a
Oh,
long
that's
day, but it
good.
was a good experience,
Yeah.
So
Those movie days are long.
yeah, it was very, very long. I said, you do more waiting than filming, I was like, it took
That's
8 hours
true.
for us to be in the movie for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we're in the very beginning of the
But I
movie and
know,
stuff like that. Yeah.
gotcha. But I know it was all worth it.
Oh, it definitely was all worth it. It really was. It was
Mhm.
definitely something to put on my resume, put it that way. Yeah. It was all worth it. It was,
Absolutely. So do you foresee, yeah, do you foresee you performing in other movies in the near future?
I'd say, you know what I was thinking? Because I'm still part of the casting crew. Like they send you out information about
Okay.
casting and stuff like that, and I'm
Yeah.
still part of that. I said, "Well, when I retire, I think I'm going to do this on a full time basis. Because I still can do it, but
Yeah.
you have to be really available full time to do it on a regular basis.
Mhm.
You
That's
really do.
true.
And I do
That's
work
true.
a full time job, so I can't do it all the time. But if I wasn't working full time, I think I would be,
Mhm.
because it's a great
Yeah.
way to make part time money if you want to, and you don't have to be in you don't have to be a part of the like what is that called when you have to be a part of the industry where you have to get paid a certain amount and all that stuff. It's like a non-standard person I would be. I forget what it's called, but
Okay,
yeah,
got
you know,
union.
some sort of, right, exactly. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, you have. I'm not a union person, but they do have a lot
Hmm.
of non-union work for you to do. You just got to be ready
Right.
to and willing to do it. Like right now, they got something you can do for 3 nights, and the pay is really good. And they pay you for wardrobe, they pay you for food, and they pay you for the
Okay.
day. That's a lot.
That is a lot. I'm about to get with you on that.
Yeah, I'll send you the information. I'm telling you, it's a nice
Okay.
little gig. It's a nice little thing to do on the side if you're willing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Did anybody
Right.
ever tell you you
And
forgot
good
your
networking
resignation?
opportunity too.
Huh? Did you just hear what I said?
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
you
I
forgot
say
your
yes. I get
resignation.
that all the time.
I was like, she
Yes,
look
I
like
get that all the time.
Taraji. Okay.
That
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind being a stand in for her.
I know. Be acting like I'm a cookie lions.
I know.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
I take the opportunity in the heartbeat.
yeah. That was real cool.
So tell us. So tell us how. So tell us how can we find you on social media?
Oh, okay. So you can find me on Facebook at Chappella Hernandez Rabess. On Facebook, you can find me on Messenger the same way, Chappella Hernandez Rabess. You can find me on YouTube at Chappella Rabess Music. And you could also find me on, you can email me at chapellah at gmail.com or Instagram at Chappella Hernandez or Chappella Hernandez Rabess. And also on Here Now Radio, Chappella Rabess at Here Now Radio or herenow.com
Okay. Oh,
for all the
okay.
music or
For
whatever.
those who would like to support you, yes. For if they want to purchase your music, how can they purchase your music as well?
Right. So if you want to purchase the music, you can go to Chappella Rabess at Here Now as well. And it gives you all those places on Amazon, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. You can purchase them on all those platforms.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Well, we want to thank you so much for being our special guest. I mean, it's just been a honor to have you on the show. We love your
Thank
presence,
you.
and we just
Thank you.
know that God is going to continue to use you in a mighty way because you definitely
Amen.
have all of our support at the Not So. Show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I liked it a lot. Thank you.
You're so very welcome.
All right.
Do you have any final thoughts to our viewers?
The only thing I can say is any kind of independent artist, don't let the naysayers hold you back. Go with your gut, go with your heart. Don't be afraid like I was. Don't pull back. Do it. Do what God tell you to do. Be obedient and he will bless you. All I just saying, keep going and keep moving. And like I said, don't listen to the naysayers because it will hold you back and you will not be able to move forward. And with that said,
exactly.
Go for it. Yeah. Go for it.
Absolutely. I love that advice, and that can go for everyone. Everyone can take heed to that advice, add it to their life in every situation that they may be facing adversity. But I love it. But thank you again. And I want to thank all of my viewers for tuning in. If you guys are interested in being a guest on the Not So Christian to Me show, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram and Facebook at the Not So Christian to Me show. Also, feel free to sow us a seed via Cash App, $TNSCIM. Until next time, remember that no matter what you guys are going through, God will always see you through. Stay blessed.
Amen.
Bye.
Amen.
We lift our hands, we lift our voice, we lift our hearts unto you, oh Lord. We give you thanks for all that you've done for us. Lord, receive this sacrifice of praise. Lord, receive this sacrifice of praise. Come on, we lift our hands. We lift our voice. We